Do you know which town in Delaware is the fastest growing town in the entire state? Milford, Delaware, 19963 is a charming, tranquil little river town that is slowly blooming into one of Delaware's most sought after areas. And stick around for the end where I tell you the best deal potentially available right now in Milford that nobody talks about. Milford is located on the Kent and Sussex County lines, about 20 minutes south of where you get into Dover, Delaware, and just about a 35-minute drive to get into the beaches. And the main transport you get to either one of those cities would be on Route 1, and if you go through Milford, you'll discover there's a secret route down through the center of Sussex County via Route 113, which actually originates in Milford. Now, sources vary, but the population sits approximately around 11,000 people that live in Milford, Delaware at a median age of 39 years old. The median age, though, has gone up as the population has increased, and the population has increased vastly, especially in comparison to other cities that have been in a growth pattern like Wilmington, Middletown, Dover, Newcastle. You pick one, they're outpacing every single one 2, 3, even 4x against some other cities that have been known for their growth over the last 3 to 4 years. And as someone looking to move into an area like this, that means something to you, because ultimately what you want when you're moving into an area is you want to know what there is to do, how much it costs to live there, and why it may be a home for you in the next coming decades. All of the things that have to do with the lifestyle that you're going to pick up and enjoy when moving to Delaware, or especially Milford, Delaware, is of the utmost importance. Have you ever been to a town that just was desolate? You drove through it, it felt like a ghost town?
Are you sure we took the right turn, Shaggy? Sure.
What do you notice about a town like that? I tend to think of for rents, for sale, for lease signs up in the storefronts. I see trash. I see some people walking around, but ultimately it doesn't look too lively, too friendly, too lovely. It looks understaffed. It looks underpaid. It looks underfinanced. I want you to now think of a town that is the opposite of that. When you drove through a town and you felt vibrance, you felt excitement, you felt energy. What is different about those towns? Well, obviously, between one place that's struggling to keep people in their storefronts, you have another that probably is busting at the seams with new restaurants and new storefronts. On the other side, you had nobody walking the streets, whereas in Milford, the downtown area, especially go there on a weekend, there's a lot of foot traffic between the boutiques and the farmers markets, going down the Riverwalk. Heck, I'm a pickleball fiend now with a few different guys on our team. We'll go down to the rec courts down there and play pickleball, basketball, the parks. It's a gorgeous area. And the beautiful part about it, from a government standpoint, they're going to have tax money coming in from more people living in those areas to keep these places upkept, keep the landscaping looking good, keeping the parks clean, keeping it safe. As long as we move forward with more people are such important factors. High wealth individuals, above average wealth individuals going into Milford. And we saw that the median age being 39, a grown adult moving into Milford as the median standard is a good sign with the pace at which it's growing. Now, I wrote down a few of my favorite features of Milford. I don't want to get too deep into them now, but you may be thinking to yourself, Zach, where are the best places to eat? Where's the best place to get coffee? Where am I going to get breakfast? Where are the bike trails? Where's the scenic route? Where's the traffic bent route? Where to go? Where to avoid? Let's go into all of those details. If you're taking notes or thinking about Milford seriously, this is when we lock in. Also, if you're seriously considering Milford, I live in Milford. It's my hometown, and I would love to talk with you about it. Shoot me a text and just say 302-503-6647. I would love the opportunity to talk with you, potentially be your agent, or very least get you more information on the 19963. So the best 3 restaurants moving into Milford, Delaware, I'd initially say you gotta go check them out. Number 1 is gonna be Easy Speak Spirits on the Milford-Harrington Highway. This is a place where you can get a burger, a brew, live music. Always been one of my favorite spots since they came into Milford a few years back. Number 2 is the same ownership. It's Fondue. That's gonna be on Walnut and Brunch Street in downtown. And of course, Fondue, it's just like it sounds like. It's a melting pot variant, hometown feel, great bar, and again, you can leave and you're right in downtown. And number 3, the fancier side of life. I'm gonna shout out Benvenuto's. There's a few different variants of how that's pronounced, but the food all up and down the menu. This is like the date night spot when you're looking for something fancy in Milford. I love that. Now for outside activities, we have the Riverwalk, we have Abbott's Mill, you even have the beach. You have Slaughter Beach right there, the marina. It's called the Cedar Creek Marina. Some beautiful properties out there. We just listed a home out there on Sawyer Road. Amazing property, amazing area to be if you're an outdoorsy person. and Milford still could fit the vibe for you. Events-wise, there were too many to remember, but I've been to most all of these. You have the Riverwalk Freedom Festival. You have the Milford Community Parades, which happen 2 or 3 different times a year. I know Halloween's a big one. Milford Ladybug Festival, the Bug and Bud Festival, the Milford Farmers Market, which happens every Saturday. They do a holiday stroll right before Christmas where they shut down the whole downtown area, and they do that for a lot of these events. And frankly, several others that I haven't even mentioned, or maybe I don't even know exist. The event side of Milford lacks nothing. It's a cool place to be. Now, if you're thinking, where are the hospitals? Where am I going if something were to go awry? Well, luckily, Milford has just started the process. This was back in 2019, just before the big C word, COVID, happened. And they started building a new Bay Health facility for Sussex County. Gigantic piece of property is being built property by property, building by building, new facility by new facility, starting with their main facility, which features their ER, features their long-term treatment, features their specialists, to now where they're building other facilities that are going to rival the DuPonts, the Nemours, and even the BB Healthcares throughout the state. And that is a need for Delaware to have a central state medical facility that's worth its salt. Taking some notes too on what they offer, they have a senior and long-term care as one of their highest priorities, outpatient therapy and wellness programs, and a health clinic offering primary care services, urgent care, emergency services, pharmacy, telemedicine, vision and dental. They cover it all. And again, they are expanding as we speak. Now let's talk housing. Now, as we sit in the end of September 2024, we currently only have just over 100 homes on the real estate market. The median price for these homes centers in or around the high 300s to the low 400s, where Hearthstone Manor brings opportunities for condos that are local to the hospital. And then we have K. Hovanian and Ryan Homes, which some people don't have the greatest opinion of, building townhomes that are available at a lower price point, sometimes in the lower 3s. Now, I did mention earlier there was a deal that nobody was talking about that I had word on that was happening within Milford, and I do want to get into that, but specifically it does center around new construction. And if you want new construction, you may want it for a slew of different reasons. You may want it for that new flooring, the fresh carpet under your toes as you're walking into your bedroom. You may be doing it for the custom cabinetry that you want in your kitchen, your custom commercial grade kitchen. You may just want the security of knowing the home is built recently. Things aren't going to fall apart, appliances are going to work, roofs aren't going to leak. It may just be the security of knowing that home's going to be what it is. But few think that new construction is also going to be the best route for getting the best deal, because oftentimes that customization comes with a price point. But can I tell you, there is a great opportunity in Milford in new construction. Now, for one, you're not going to pay the price that the beaches are paying. If you're looking at luxury, if you're looking at high-end new construction in Milford, you'll be hard-pressed to get into the 7 digits. So if you're looking at a price point that's $750,000 to $1 million, pick of the litter when it comes to Milford, Delaware. Not saying that in a way that means that homes aren't selling for that price point. They are, and there's beautiful lots. The simple bang for the buck factor means you're going to get more in Milford than you would get in, say, Middletown, Wilmington, or the beaches. But speaking specifically to Milford, so these are really your 3 best new construction options in Delaware. Number 1 is you go into a neighborhood called 4 Seasons in just north of Milford, up Route 1, so very true, simple, easy path right into Milford, just going south from Frederica and Magnolia, called 4 Seasons. And the 4 Seasons is a K. Hovanian neighborhood that is giving so many incentives to get you into that home. It's crazy. There's a light HOA of less than just a few $100 a month. They do cut your lawn. They take care of your lawn maintenance. And to get you into a property, they're willing to put $30,000, $50,000 off the purchase price if you're buying within the next 3 months before the end of 2024. And that simply means you have to go under contract. The home doesn't have to be ready. It could be ready in May of next year. But going under contract in this time period, they're giving a lot of money off their properties, and the properties they're giving for low 400s, high 300s, and you're getting lawn care. It's incredible because you're getting 2,000, 2,500 square feet, full finished basements, big owner suites. They're really shifting the game when it comes to the luxurious side of retirement communities in Delaware. Now, if you've been waiting on the deal, let me tell you right now, number 3 is the deal, because number 2 is a new construction parcels of land. Let me be very clear. Number 1 and number 3 are communities, and they're communities that are centered around relocating in and growing into the growth of Milford. Number 2 is for the person maybe that has the higher budget, that is looking for something specific. Maybe you have something custom in mind. This would allow you the ability to go out and get your own piece of land and build your own home to your own custom specs. I would highly suggest working with someone like you and I, or Green Diamond Builders. And I can work with you as an agent if you'd like me to reach out for them for you, or even give you a list, because we do have a list list of new construction companies we like that can build the home to your specs within the reason of their blueprints on the lot that you prefer. Of course, this comes with buying a lot and buying a home. Can be more expensive, a little bit more juggling, but that's our job. And number 3 comes with a builder that you may have some preconceived notions about. It's D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton in some other states doesn't catch the greatest reputation, I'll be honest. But in Delaware, they are known for being one of our better builders. Listen, 8 years in the business, no issues in Delaware when it comes to any D.R. Horton rep, home, property, or even when there are issues, which inevitably happen, having them taken care of promptly and correctly. And the neighborhood specifically I'm speaking of is Simpson's Crossing. You're just down Walnut Street on the south side of Milford, and you're gonna get to be right within walking distance of that awesome downtown I was talking about. And DR even has their own financing, so if you're wanting a lower interest rate than standard, DR Horton can give it to you. And not just low rates, they're also putting money in buyers' pockets, $10,000, $20,000 incentives just for buying one of their homes. So if you're thinking new construction and you're thinking Milford, those are probably your best 3 options. And if Milford is a serious consideration for you, again, text Milford to this number. Would love to jump on a call with you and answer your questions about my hometown, Milford, Delaware.